Hello and welcome to the latest episode of MEP Engineered Online. I am editor Tom Oxtoby, and today we are fortunate to be joined by the General Manager at BK Gulf, Mr. Basheer Massad. Basheer, a very warm welcome to you. I hope that we find you in good spirits today.
Hello, Tom. Great to meet you today. Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. Very happy to have you, as I say. Now, listen, Basheer, let's talk brass tacks. How has BK Gulf ensured its financial position remains robust in this most testing of years?
Thanks, Tom. 2020, or what we like to call it, the year of COVID. In fact, I started officially calling it the year of COVID in all my reports to the shareholders. That summarizes a lot. The year of COVID is about to fold its page. For us, leaving an impact, and for everybody, leaving an impact, a hope, and a lot of lessons to learn from. During this testing year, as you correctly called it, we in BK Gulf proved to ourselves, hopefully we proved to ourselves and to our valued partners how deep and strong our roots are. And that the robust strategies that is set for many years by the senior management and the shareholders of the company resulted in sustaining and protecting the company position during this most difficult year. Due to our continued strategies of implementing and adhering to a strict tendering process, work-winning procedures, and being very selective of the projects that we target and clients who we work with, we were fortunate, in my opinion, to be in a position that the vast majority of our projects continued to be delivered as per the plan this year. Maybe with the exception of one or two small that had negligible effect on our operations. Obviously, we continued to work on to deliver these projects to our clients with very strict COVID-related procedures to protect our employees and everybody involved in these projects. So that was very positive for us. The BK Gulf and DATCO Group, as you may be aware, are a very diversified business. We have diversified offering. That also helped us in ensuring that the financial stability of the company is achieved with our multiple sources of income through either our large portfolio of client base, and the variety of services that we offer, and also the geographical areas that we work in. That helped us again during this difficult year. What we would like to think, our prudent and conservative financial and commercial internal procedures, perhaps things that we've learned from many years through our relationship with the Balfour Beatty and the DATCO approach. They were very key to help us preserve our cash position at all times, while maintaining obviously contingencies for the unforeseen difficult times. And what is more difficult than the year 2020 that we went through the COVID pandemic situation.
So Basheer, with that all said, how has 2020 impacted your plans for the coming year and beyond? Is there a focus on new markets? So you focused on refining efficiencies within your operation. Where is your specific focus for 2021?
Without a doubt, we have experienced a slowdown on tenders and project awards during 2020, like everybody, for the major parts of 2020, I would say, not all 2020. A positive movement, however, started to pick momentum in Q4 of this year, the quarter that we are in. And we are expecting this momentum to continue through 2021. Obviously, investors and clients now wanting to recover from the delay that happened during 2020. We have been impacted due to this situation. Some of our expansion plans had to be delayed a little bit. We were not able even to travel in some cases, as you may be aware. Of course, now that we see the situation getting better, stabilized, we will reinstate these plans, and our plans for 2021 we are very ambitious. Actually, we will focus on diversification. It will be the year of diversification for us, both geographically and area-wise of business. I cannot declare a lot on our plans, but there will be some exciting news that you will hear from BK Gulf on 2020, hopefully. Of course, again, we are part of a supply chain, like any other contractor. We will have different level of time impact depending on where we sit or where the companies sit within that supply chain. What I mean is that the MEP subcontractors being second or third in some cases in the supply chain may have an impact that could go beyond 2020 into 2021. At BK Gulf, however, we were fortunate to receive actually key awards at the early stages of 2020. We have received even a major award during the pandemic, in the middle of the pandemic, and this allowed us to enter the new. This will allow us to enter the new year with a very healthy order book. So we're not going to panic. Our plans will be reinstated. We'll go into full action, hopefully, starting from the first quarter of 2021, and we will grow from there on.
Excellent news. Looking forward to following that into the new year. Basheer, let me put something to you. A lot of people, understandably, will be looking forward to turning that new page with the new year. But would you agree that would be a little bit naive, and that there's still lessons to take from 2020, and this is still a process? As you say, you have momentum, you're building momentum, but there's still lessons to take forward.
Look, Tom, I don't think it is about turning a page on a difficult year. We live in a cycle, right? It's a business and economical cycle, and amid this cycle, we have been hit with a difficult year, a pandemic, basically, in 2020. The challenges for our business and for the construction industry in general started before the pandemic, before COVID 2020, in my opinion, and it will continue. And but the cycle, we learn that the construction industry goes through ups and downs. And the cycle, when you are at the bottom of the curve, you have to come up, and vice versa. So our journey in this cycle needs a continuous learning process. We analyze what we have done right, what went wrong, and avoid repeating, obviously, what went wrong, emphasize on what went right, and more importantly, strive for continuous improvement. The year of 2020 is not any different in that sense, but with a more intensive learning curve, in my opinion. I think the normal logic implies that when you are in the middle of managing a crisis situation, in this case being the COVID pandemic, your focus would be more of a reactive management. During the pandemic itself, the daily to manage the daily challenges. I mean, it was very volatile, and you know yourself how rules changed, and you were faced every day with a new challenge. So amid the crisis, that's your focus, and that's your priority. Of course, you learn as you go, but the real learning process, in my opinion, to a large extent, intensifies when you start analyzing and implementing changes and corrective actions. This usually takes many years after after there and in the recovery, in the journey to recovery. This doesn't only apply to us as an MEP company. It applies to the whole world. There are many years to come where you are going to analyze this year and learn from it, look at the positives, look at the negatives. I don't like to think that it's all negatives. I would like to be optimistic and positive, to think that there is a lot of positives that we have encountered this year at personal level and at company level and at even economical level. Being positive, I believe this will bring a lot of good things going forward for those companies who manage to survive it. And we certainly will continue and come out stronger from this year.
And on that note about learning and seeking the positives in this very disruptive year, the sharing of knowledge, collaboration between companies has been, really prominent. Could you explain what BK Gulf has been doing with the likes of Griffin and Johnson Controls to, educate the industry?
The key word here for me is partnering. This has been at the top of our business strategy priorities for many years, and we will continue to adopt the concept, this concept through our business at all levels. I'm a big believer of partnering. Our partnering approach is obviously not restricted to don't get me wrong, not restricted to our clients or what we call our paymasters. That's a wrong approach in my opinion, although it's important, of course. Our partnering extends to all areas of our diversified business streams. You mentioned two examples of specialized consultants or technology providers, being large technology provider companies or material suppliers. We have partners amongst our subcontractors and supply chain. Preferred suppliers agreements is being signed. We even have partners down to the labor hiring companies and to the small labor only installation subcontractors, because we firmly believe that this approach is key to mitigating risk in our industry, and certainly will improve our ability to deliver and excel and get the best outcome for our ultimate clients.
Excellent stuff. And just finally, Basheer, are you in a position to give us your anticipation of what sort of shape recovery we're going to be looking at in the mid to long term?
If we talk about the market that we are in and the region we are in, of course, it has been difficult to predict. It is a difficult area or market to predict for the future. But as I said, we are very positive and hopeful about an upward curve, at least in the short to medium term in this region. Especially after the positive news that we are hearing about, obviously, political stability, as well as the hopes that the COVID pandemic situation will finally come under control. We are hearing all positive news about vaccination, and even the World Health Authority is now more positive than ever about bringing this pandemic under control. That will definitely bring stability, bring investments into the region, and growth, because there has been a slow year in 2020. How fast this recovery will happen, again, as I said, this depends on where you are, the strategies, how stable your business is, the strategies that you have implemented, how diversified you are. But again, I say, for those businesses who survived and have strong bases like BK Gulf, we are hoping that there will be growth in the medium to long term, in the short to medium term. We are going to hopefully diversify our business. We will enter new territories, and we will have new areas or functions that we will offer to our clients and the market.
Good stuff. Plenty to look forward to there from your end then. Basheer, it has been a pleasure speaking with you, but that is sadly all we have time for today. I'd like to thank you once again for joining us and sharing your insight.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much.
And of course, thank you viewers for tuning in, and we will see you on the next episode of MEP Engineered Online.